this is part 2 to our Pitch Lake series. Last week we couldn't find a guide, but this week we come down back and we get a big guide here. His name is John. So anytime I come in on the Pitch Lake, come and find this guide here. But you can tell you a little bit about yourself, man. Talk to him, John.
26 years as a tour guide. Worked Lake Casper for 16 years. And the experience I have, I talk to people from all over the world. They never see something like this, no part of the world. So we are going to walk on, you're going to walk on one of the 7 wonders of the world. You're not on the lake as yet, but we're on the outskirts of the Pitch Lake. And this whole village here, 8 miles from here is pitch. That is why the pitch grows outside. The pitch grows on the road. The pitch grows on the road. And the government cannot fix the road, but they could maintain this road.
Why the government can't fix it?
The reason why the government can't fix it, the more you grade it, the more it grows.
Oh, so that is why the road unstable.
The road unstable.
Is the pitch coming up?
The pitch coming up.
Oh, okay.
Seeing is believing. I'm going to show you something right here. This bump here, in Brea here, we tell them don't put Baba Green on the road. You could use the same pitch. When you grade the road and you cut the pitch vein off, you put back pitch there and smoothen it. They said that the government say they'll put Baba Green and make the road smooth. That is a waste of time. It will be always moving. It's a vein. It's a living stuff, you know. It's nature. So you can't stop that, but you can maintain the road. That is a vein of the... We're not on the pitch lakers yet. Trucks is come here and dig pitch right here. You're not on the lake. Always remember, if you take a look around, it's a village area right now. You're not on the lake. When you go on the lake, you will see some little bumps like this on the pitch lake. That is what we call gas pocket. Methane gas comes out from these holes. Right? They are gas pocket on the lake. And we're not on the lake as yet. This is a vein. Geologists say it is being caused of the gas compression on the vein that you could dig a truckload of pitch right here and it will grow back.
So you're trying to say, if you come and dig out pitch from here,
yes,
it will pull up back?
It will fill back up again. It always replenishing itself. It's not a man-made, it's something nature for years.
So these are the same pitches using on the road?
This is the same pitch they're using on the road.
Well, that's all I can see so far. The guide, he on point. You see that?
Literally.
But today, we're here with we friendly Brea, who doesn't like to ever be on camera. And if all of you remember from the mud volcano,
Oh Lord, don't do.
the Rasta man, we bring him out from in the bush.
I don't believe you.
So we bring him out from in the bush to civilization. You see him, you can make him out by the ras, the woolly hair. But, look at him why he on the roof. So back to the top head again.
Alright, we're coming back to the pitch, to the tour. These houses you're seeing here, you could get from there, you could zoom it, you could get, right. These houses that we live in the village here, this is the mouth of the pitch lake out there, that's the lake out there. And the gas compression flows, as I said, through the village 8 miles from here. On this side of the land is pitch. Every 2 to 3 weeks, people jack the houses. And if you build concrete house around the area where the pitch vein is, it's 2 things. Either it sink or it crack. So what people do, they build wooden houses that they could jack the houses when the post goes down, or the brick go down, and they could put back a brick.
Oh, so basically all they do is replenish.
Also, there's just
Yes.
jack up the house.
Yes, it's like how you jack a car, it's just so they jack these houses.
Wow.
So there's a problem with the houses around the village also. Right? Alright, what we standing on here, I'm going back into history, where Sir Walter Raleigh was an Englishman. He came into Trinidad in the year 1595, and when he came here, he wasn't looking for this, he was looking for the city of gold, which was El Dorado. That is in Guyana. The Guyanese and them didn't want to tell him what the gold was, and they tell him go further and further. He came from the Gulf, which is that point, and his boat had a leak, And the two tribes of people live around here was the Caribs and Awaks. They show him how to use the asphalt to corky boat to go to England. And when he went to England, he told them he found gold. And they asked him, what gold? He said, black gold. When he went to England. But they killed him because he did not finish the journey. He didn't find real gold. So, this was the original height of the pitch lake. The pitch lake was 195 acres. Because by mining, it drops a foot every year. It is 29 feet below sea level today. Geologists tell us. Nobody cannot tell you the depth of the lake because they didn't find the depth of the pitch lake. They had only reached 70 meters in the center. The machine was sinking and they were told to move out by engineers from Lake Asphalt Company. Nobody could tell you the depth of that pitch lake in Trinidad. Your children will live on to see that drain. We will die and leave it. This building, it's a pumping station. We pump the water out of the lake in the rainy season. If you dig a hole 6 feet deep with the excavator, 30 to 40 feet wide, it comes back up with the gas compression in 4 to 5 days. But if the water gets into it, it takes a longer time to grow. We pump the water out, it goes underneath a concrete tunnel here, and the water goes straight out to the sea. I want to take a picture of the tunnel with the water stinging, with the water coming out. So when you pump, the water goes down into this concrete tunnel, goes through the village of Brea, and it runs about, let me say, 4 miles from here, straight to the sea. Long ago we used to walk it with a flambeau.
Oh, so it's that big? You could walk through
you could walk through it with a flambeau because watch me, it only running through the passing the road. You see what that big trees there? When it reaches there, it's a clear canal going down.
Okay.
So you could have walked that with a flambeau. But them times, youth man like myself were brave, young fellas ain't going in there.
At all. Too much zombie movie we watch on TV.
Alright, the pitch ain't growing here. When the heat of the sun hits it, it runs like this, it flows. You see one running up?
Yeah,
and it runs down. You will see people going and bathe out there, but they have to be careful how they're bathing in certain pools. Because out of 95 acres, 1/4 of the pitch lake out there is soft like oil. When we go and walk on it, I will show you the different areas with the soft pitch are. So you have to be careful how you're bathing there because we pull out a man out there.
We pull him out.
What I'm going to tell you. A couple came here to bathe from San Fernando, park his car down by the pumping station, and he jumped into a pool and he got stuck up there. I know that because the company had the picture where any visitor come to Lake Asphalt, the Lake Asphalt must show them where a guy got stuck there. He asked why the company don't put a sign on the lake. The company say you didn't have a guide, you was at your own risk, so we won't tell you. We cannot put a guide, we cannot put a sign there because it will disappear. And it's true, because when the heat of the sun hit this, it gets like a complete sponge. The company units have to drive out there, they have to be driving up and down. If they stay one place, they will sink. A tractor sink there about 3 years back, and then they cut it and they get it out. They get out the weight because it's stink going down. So you have to be careful how you're bathing, you have to be careful how you're walking on. Out of 95 acres of which 1/4 is so. It's in the water, it's out of the water. But a local like I and you, who come here already and know the place, we will know it has soft pitch in the water and you will say, I ain't going to bathe there, I will walk away from there. But there are people who don't know and they'll go and bathe and get towel on the skin. So you have to be careful how you're going out there to bathe. Right? Come on this side here. I want to show you something here. Come up here. No. Come on this side. We're not on the pitch lake out here. Always remember we're on the outskirts of the lake. this is pitch. But what the company is saying, for all the years the sun and rain beat it, it will draw out all the material, all the minerals out from it, take out all the minerals, and it comes like this. It comes back to mud.
Really?
And if you have it, it is light like a cork. You call it iron pitch or you call it dead asphalt. Seeing is believing. You're seeing it looking black there, and watch how it's drying. Right? If you throw it into water, this will float like a cork when it don't dry out.
Wow.
You call it iron pitch or dead asphalt. It is no good. Come and sit in the water, Jan. And it cannot penetrate water because it is dry. Water cannot penetrate it. It floats. But if you take a piece with all the oil in it, it will sink because it still have oil in it. So geologists say this is no good. If you're taking a piece of this pitch on the outskirt where the vein is not functioning, as your vehicle passes on it, it will mash up and come to mud. So you see how it floats, and if you notice, water cannot penetrate it. If I mash it up, it's dry inside. So you call it iron pitch or dead asphalt, it is no good.
Thanks are cashew trees all about the place.
Well,
as well.
for years, since in our footprints and them days, these cashew live around here. And what geologists say is because of the oil. And they like this kind of soil. And it bear nice big fruits. But these cashew, it had more cashew and not around the pitch lake. But every year, every dry season, the fire catches around the lake because of the sulfur in the soil. This soil here, geologists say it have a lot of sulfur deposited in it. The climate in Trinidad in the dry season will be 35-degree hot here. When the heat of this, the heat from the sun ignites, the whole place burns right around the pitch lake. And when rain starts to fall, it dies out. That is why we don't have plenty cashew trees again around the pitch lake. All here was full of cashew trees right around. You could have come here in the dry season, and people come and take the food. They make wine. People roast the nuts in the backyard. It eats sweeter, and you get it in the factory in packs and tins. Yeah. And the homemade wine, don't make the woman know you drink it. It turns you on. The company know all these animals graze around here for one purpose. If they go there for water, they will lose their life because they goes down in soft pits. So the company tell the owners and them they're not responsible for nobody animal. The security, the asphalt field police always calling the owners to keep the animals away from the pitch lake because they know when they go out there they will sink in the tank. Right. If you smell this, this is what you call industrial asphalt. If you smell this one, we call this pitch in a raw stage. These holes, what we're going to work on, it's an oil volcano. The reason why geologists say it will not blow up because of the methane gas that come out from the pitch lake. These are what we call air pockets or ventilation holes in it. That's like how we breathe, is that's how this breathe. So if it wasn't for these holes, that would have blown up already.
Trust me.
We ask them what type of gas. We say methane gas in Trinidad, they say natural gas, but you say methane. So what's the difference? This is industrial. This is what you say natural, raw. And when it is refined, we say industrial asphalt. People ask us, what is the difference? All right. Well, this have a lot of plant life in it. It have water in it. It have mud in it. It consists of 50% of sulfur, 40% of gas in it. When the company goes out there with default tractors, front-end loaders to dig it, they come and stockpile it here. The dumper trucks drive out there. The front-end loaders scoop it, put it in the dumper trucks. They have to be driving up and down. If they stay one place, they will sink. They will come and stockpile it on both sides. We're supposed to have 10 buckets on each side running on a train line.
Like those buckets, yeah?
These buckets here. We call them Brighton buckets and they still stay at Brighton buckets. Since the English leave 40 years, well, the English people were the first people were mining, and since they leave the ball, they were bankrupt, they're not getting sale as before, and the government buy over the company. The lake was leased to them at the time. And since the government bought over the company, the government say they could be never gone bankrupt because it's not like an oil company. You have to pay a contractor to look for oil and you don't get oil. You always get pitch out there. So coming back to these buckets here. One of these buckets holding 1 ton. The nature of the work, the front end loader will scoop the pitch from here, put it into these buckets. The man will press this button here. When the 10 bucket done full, you will press this. You hear a bell in the factory ring. This cable here will pull it right up this ramp. Goes up that ramp. That is a switch. Go on one line. When it reach up there, the men will do like this. First place I work, I make 16 years up there. You only could work here 2 years up there because the amount of heat it in your face, and it's a lot of hard work because when a labor man gave you a ticket and you give him back, he's telling you don't know because up there's hard work. That's why he gave him back your ticket. You make 2 years up there, and then you could transfer it anywhere else. When it reaches to the top, 3 men will do like this. They push it. All the pitch goes down into the boilers. We give the pitch 60 degree Fahrenheit with steam. We heat it, then we strain it, and we get out all the plant life from it, all the impurities, and throw it into the bush. And in the space of 45 hours, we place it into cardboard drums, and in the space of 45 hours, it gets back solid as a rock. You call it industrial asphalt. The company sell this for $40 US a barrel. It sells more expensive. This goes to all over the world. But the only people could get 50% from this is the Chinese people. Because the Chinese people melt it over, and here how much products they get from it. They get camera casing, they get asphalt shingles, they get flashband for roofing, they get paint for the body coating for vehicles. In Trinidad, we call that paint Z-bar. When you're doing some welding under your car, the straighteners and them, they take this and heat it over, and then they put gas into it, and they spray down your car with it. That is for rust. I'm going back again. The Chinese people could get 50% from it. They put different chemicals into the pitch and they make things like camera casing, asphalt shingles, flashband for roof, paint for the body coating for cars. They get tires from this. So you see how much products the Chinese people getting from our pitch. That's why this is our biggest buyer. They want the pitch. England store the pitch in a place called Liverpool in England, in a dockyard. Nobody got pitch like England yet. England is the home for that. They thought they could have done it, but they cannot done it. This can't done. We will die and leave it. And our children will see it all the time.
So at that time they were saying that the government was going to sell the company to the Chinese, or that was
They're going to sell the pitch to the Chinese. The government wanted to sell the pitch, but the workers get the tip off, and the workers, but let me tell you something, there's only black people working it. And when this government came in power, they bring the people from the higher level. They didn't bring no grassroots people, they bring it from top. They bring engineers, they bring people from the top, and they decide to sell the pitch league. That was the plan. But they cannot sell it because the pitch league is not the government. Government come, the pitch league is all of us from China. So it's not them own. They cannot sell it. The workers march around the bread, they're going in tongue, they do all kind of thing, but they cannot sell it. It's not them own. They said they didn't sell the pitch league, but they wanted to sell it because busload of Chinese used to come in and do that meetings every night. Is meetings in the company, so the workers must get wise. Or you making them get wise. So So the black people were the children to mind, the little children to mind, how they will mind them? They will cause war. War will take place. So they decide to go sell it. And they said they wasn't selling the pitch lake, they was leasing it to the Chinese. But they said they were selling the pitch lake. People know that. Alright, when it reaches the top, they dump it out. They do like this. You get me? And one man on that side, and you take a straight. So you say, you ready? Yeah, and they do so. They bring it back and hook it like this. So the company say, if you give me 20, if you give me 12 load here, 12 load here, when you add it up, we get 24 load, we good to go. So the men come here from, the company says that's 74 load, but we go make a deal with you. If you give me 24 loads, or you go home. This side make 12 load, this side make 12 load. Sometimes these men go 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock. If it are no delay on the line, if the buckets and jump off, so they go back and drink a beer before they go home. So, but you must give them 24 load. Out of that 24 load of pitch, and it is done boil, you get 400 tons per day. They work from Monday to Friday. Get me? All right. So we're going down on the lake, and we're going and walk on one of the 7 wonders of the world now.
How much barrels they get from this? How much barrels they produce and sell out?
Well, per day, you could get at least 600 drums per day. Wow. 20 drums in it. Every day, they send out 10 40-foot containers. 10 40-foot containers every single day. Because it goes to all the world. This one won't. So the ships come in Port of Spain, ships come in Port Lisas, you know. Ship didn't come down here in Brighton. So they had to deliver. It's a lot of work every day. The only how they will work Saturday and Sunday if the Chinese have a big order and the Chinese pay the company extra money to pay the workers to work Saturday and Sunday. That is the only how you see the workers really work it out. They want a shoe, they will walk with the shoes on. There is slippers, they want to take it off. Alright, you get a lot of pitch underneath the grass because the lake is in a valley. When the rain falls, the topsoil washes down. The grass grows on the surface.
The birds just bring the fish from the sea, rest it on the pitch to cook, and then eat it. What the hell is this?
Birds are not fried. They eat the fish.
What's with your village? All about you go, take a picture. This is what you call methane gas. The same gas pocket of burst. This coming from depths under the bowel of the asphalt. What we're walking on is an oil volcano. So the methane gas coming up. That is where the asphalt breathes. Alright, put your foot over the fault line. It's a fault line geology. We used to call it canal, but the right name for it, it's a fault line. Put your foot over it again. That's what we call a gas pocket on the machine.
Yeah, try, Bridget.
I guess all of them capped out.
And you walk down. It didn't slip, you see, you go walk, goes out comfortable like this. You go walk up to here and then put your foot over, step over. What time you coming down? Take your time. I'll tell you when, come down. Stretch now. Put your foot over. Right. The girls in the village, that is the job, you know. There's guy when I personally take a guide because they have put oil and take the clean you off, you know. Alright, we walk again and we put our foot over before it dries, right? Make sure that tassel no tie you go on with it. Walk down and put your foot here, right? And then slippery, so don't frighten. Yeah, come here on one side, come here on here. Come down closer. Yeah, put your foot over now. Alright. Alright, stay away from the soft area here. Alright. That's in the water there. If it dives, you won't sink. It's a little vein, but you're going to get stuck up to here. That is soft pitch in the water here. That is tar. When you see a pool have that, you don't big. You keep away from that. When you watch the other pools, you won't see it, you go and big. So this you see here now, you will see me raising up this top. This is not the top there. The guy we put out, he went down into a bigger pool. He jumped into a bigger pool and that with a large pool of salt water system. We don't build people on that side over here. If anybody gets stick up that, they will risk.
Two people over there, they didn't.
The tour guide put them in a pool.
Okay.
Tour guide put them. Tour guide too. So they're safe. And raise it up. Lady, you want to come in the water? Do like this, man. And raise it up. Let it run like this now. When it runs, it looks like if it's black, but it will start coming color. Don't make it blonde here. How the breeze blow? Let me show the breeze blow. Breeze blow in this way. Like this now. Scoop it up. Hold it. Put the breeze blow in. It won't blow back on you. This is just a little vein coming from a little hole. Alright. You look like one of
How much strength you need, John? Plenty.
yeah, you know never
You smell it?
You just dip it and squeeze it. Squeeze two stick together and
What's this food?
bring him up. Now we talk.
I will try.
Yo, the thing smell horrible.
Alright, Ben. Take care of these ladies, man. Take care of them for me, Ben.
I tell you, stick a break.
Put it down. Are you enjoying? Alright. How are we talking about?
I would have gone and try to smell it, but next thing you know, my head end up in there.
Yo, the thing smell horrible, Bridget.
So we're gonna lose them stick there. So you see it's sinking, right?
Pull them back a little bit.
But you need real strength. So this, after it's processed, is what we have on the road.
The only people could come here in Trinidad and they see the different Germans. Trinidadians need to know. Well, I doesn't know why. I don't care about the Trinidadians. We're a big country and we do it. We come down in the evening time and we bathe in the kids. We ain't care about people. The white people is come from out Germany and bathe in the pitch like skinny dipping your call it. So who is we? I'm dead. Alright, we going again. So that was the mother of the lake. Out of 95 acres, 1/4 of the lake is like that. You have it all over the lake. When in the center of the pitch lake, where is the most active part of the lake? If anybody in your family suffer with psoriasis, mosquito bite, pains in your joints, you name it, that water in the center is a green water. It's good for load on your skin. If you're bathing and you drink some of the water, it won't kill you, but it puts you in that. come straight up to our height. We had read a legend of two tribes of people lived, the Caribs and Arawaks. They were worshipping a bird you call a hummingbird. But tribes start to fight amongst tribes, they tell us. The winning tribes celebrate the victory by killing it, and the village was sunk. In our footprints and them while digging here, they have found things as the mammoth bone, ancient barrows, tree stumps, and fossils. The English people are taken back to England. If you go to the museum in England, you'll see things that come out from here. Bones of the mammoth, fossils. But if a man in this modern time working and he finds something, and we come down here, well, a white man might give him a 50 US or 100 US, he feel he have money, and the white man go on with it. He don't know the use. That's why the company don't get nothing out of it. It's only young people working in the 40s and 50s and 30s. This coming from depths under the bowel, the pitch lake, the geologists say it don't hold no foreign matters. Anything that down there, it must belch it out. And that is why you're seeing it up. We see bigger trees than this come out. What men do sometimes with the wood, they do carving with the wood because it is being petrified. Some people say preserved. Now this water you see here, anytime you send a tour, you pay a tour guide to come. Tour guide like to stay in the ground. You go and get the water and you bring that clear water. Yes, it has sulfur. It's not so strong as this green one. This is the McCoy. This is what you want. So you go, you are the right to tell them, you know, go back and get this water too. Go back and get this one too. This is what you want. Mosquito bites, rashes, pains in your joints, load on your skin, pimples, all the young girls, we bring them out at the bay. This white stuff you see here, this is a sulfur cream. Where the young girls will come and take it, rub the hand and rub it on the face to take the pimples off the face. Everything is nature.
Soft pitch down below there?
Yeah, it has soft pitch there. You want to know if it has soft pitch in the water? It is be floating on top of the water. That is why it has no soft pitch in them pools out there. Come and see. This is when you come into a pool again and the small people will come up.
Yeah, exactly.
Anytime you see them things floating in the water, like this soft pitch in the water, see all this? Nice stuff. If your hands is wet, you could touch it. It don't stick to your hands. It's like a Clay-Doh in America. The white people say this feel like Clay-Doh. I don't know what they're talking about. I know plaster seal, but I don't know Clay-Doh. They say it feel like Clay-Doh, but you don't wet your hands. You know, have a lot of mud in it too, so that's why it don't stick to your hands. When the sun is hot on it in the surface, we cannot touch it and plate it like that.
Wow. If your hand dry, you can stick on your hand.
It'll stick on your hand. It won't stick on your hand
Well,
because
no, you gotta check it out.
no, it won't stick on your hand because this have water in it. So if you touch it, it's squeezing out the water. But what has happened? If you touch that one, that oily one, it will stick to your hand.
Okay.
If you have a matches, you light it, and you put it onto the bubbles, it gives you a flame, a little fire. But it's off.
And what is this red water thing now?
Red water.
Where?
They say it's green water and red water.
It's green and red, but right now, this will turn to green.
Okay.
It will, after a time, what has happened? When this, in the dry season, you will see the red water. Like the red McCoy, the red one, like the red McCoy, but you could only see that in the dry season time. You'll get our water. And it smells like a rotten egg.
And the same thing, if you light the surface, you can light up.
You go light up.
If I used to smoke, I would have a lighter with me or something like that, but I don't smoke. But he said, if you come near with a matches and you light it, the surfaces light up,
Yes, it light up.
but it doesn't burn for long.
We're coming here New Year's Eve.
Yeah, don't come down in the dry season.
You will see that pool there. And that pool, when you come back here in the dry season, you don't see it because the water dries out. This is how the asphalt goes. wherever it joins like a cone shape, it will close in. Like how we see it here, it closes in. This was a big pool like that, but the water dry out already and it goes like this. This is the same fault line we passing through. So in the dry season when you come here, you don't see no pool flow. You only go in the center of the lake and you get the sulfur pond. So that's why it's come from that bait. That's how we do it. I come down here and bait, I go quite over so in a pool because we want to go to see. I bait in the lake. And we bait and we come back up. That's how we do it.
So where's the areas you should say if somebody come down here to keep
bait?
away from?
Alright, keep away from them areas down.
Keep away from that side.
This is the pool. Anywhere around this area here.
So you could bait anywhere on that side.
On this side here. But you see, down there are soft pitch like that. In the back have more soft pitch. In the pools and them. The pools and them to bait is around here and more on this side. Down so, parallel so.
How deep the pools and them must get to be?
Well, the deepest pool you could get is 10 feet.
10 feet.
You have animals out here?
No, well, in the water here, we don't get water snakes in here. That's why people save the bait here. The only fish living in this water is fishes you call guppies. But you cannot move them and put them in pipe water or rainwater, else they die. They're accustomed to this water.
How big them guppies?
Them guppies are about this canal fish.
Okay.
Small guppies. Long ago, you used to have alligators where called caimans where men eating. They used to be in the swamp here. But all of them gone across them because men start shooting them and eating them.
Last week, I was wondering what the X is for.
Yeah, the X is like that.
I was like,
Because that was a documentary.
I was like,
They get hungry. And when they came back out to eat.
oh, so they're just marking the pond.
Yeah.
So apparently, it have no goal by the X. The X was just a way of marking where they pass on the picture. It's a good thing me and Digby.
Or the towers.
Good one.
Like, I know you're going to enjoy that. Because watch me. When he will finish off, he has something to say on the toe. Let me hear what he had to say.
I had to shake your man. You see this? It was real good.
But it's the best.
Yeah.
Anybody come here. That he trained that fella, the first fella who walk out. He come by me and train him out here. The company sent it to me, say he never know I was so good. I make 60, all my family work here. My grandfather work here. The first tool that dig pitch on the lake was a pick, you call a pickaxe. And then was taking it and put it onto the heads to load these buckets to the company. 40 years the English people had stopped manual power and bought default tractors and front-end loaders. And at the time the company had men doing that, men suffer with their eyes by the water coming out from the pitch and getting into their eyes. They suffer with the back by lifting big blocks of the pitch. That is why they stop manual power on the pitch and bring default tractors and front-end loaders. That's why.
So it's so long you are around here?
Well, I am around here since my grandfather days. And my grandfather lived here. He was not trained agent. He came from Grenada. Right? And my father grew up here. He worked with us for 65 years. That time men resigning at 65. He died and gone. And since I know this place changed a lot. It's the lake. It didn't have all this grass here. It was only pitch like we're standing on here. What we say in the company, all the companies doing is harvesting, digging out the well, shipping it, and they're not pumping back money into the village. We would like them to bring back this place like how it was, where the company, you see that piece of land you see over there? That was a football and a ground where we used to go and watch football long ago with the big men playing football with the company. That was the English at that ground over there. It was well fenced around. They have a golf course. We would like to see that come back. But the government isn't studying we and they're studying themselves. The more pitch they dig and more they sell, they're not pumping back nothing in the village alive. So that is why this place look run down. Because they're not maintaining the place. The government have been reaping the money all the time for years and not pumping back the money into the village. The playground down there. It had swinging, nice place for the kids, yes, to swing. We call slides with the children and them. You don't get that again. So this is what we want the company to know. Bring back the place how it was when the English was here. This is replace and fix it too. This is, the lake is in Labre, let Labre look nice. Let Labre look down. But the tourists come and say the same thing. The tourists come and say the place should be more better. This is one of the 7 wonders of the world we're talking about. The more you tell the company that, they don't want to hear you. But I know where I come from. I'm from Labre. This place is a nice place. You don't get nobody robbing nobody here. And anybody robbing anybody here is from outside, and we don't make joke with that. We run people from outside for that. That's why you can park your car there and come back and it can break open. Because everybody watching one another back here. You go down in Lake there, play close there, nobody will rob there because we watch one another back here. You'll never get that wrong this area. No time at all. Even if you ain't take a guide, we at your own risk. We know when you come back, we will get a job. I have to clean you up. Oh, you drive down your car here. Why think when lovers come here and they say, we don't want a guide, we just want to come down here to bathe and they stick the vehicle. We know what to do. Because a wrecker ain't come in here and a van ain't come in here to pull you out of here because them could get stick. So it's people in the village have to come and pull you out of here when you drive down here and get stick up. Yes, people drive down here and get stick up in the night time.
So what's happening to get Tanya? How you get it?
It's 2 things, either kerosene. Oh, if you don't have plenty on your, when you have a little bit on your, you could scrape that on the pitch and that come off. If I only see that on your, let me see. Now you're scraping on the pitch and that coming off in the water, but when you reach home, you take it off with, it won't stick to your pants. But if you take cooking oil, that come off with cooking oil. You don't have that cooking oil. Anything with grease on it, like if you have this thing is painted here. Vaseline, that will come off. Because you don't have plenty. But if you have plenty, you have to use kerosene. We'll be back to square, back to base, back to basic. Like I say, either you come here look for John, always by the pitch lake, you know. Grow up and born here.
People, for the part 2, this was awesome, man. John, he know what he's talking about. So anytime I want to come down here, I want to come and I want to ask for John. He's the best tour guide out here. Well, you saw from the video that we just did, the man know he thing. Right? So, a couple of things you're supposed to know about the pitch. Try and not to go out there without a tour guide, because as he said, you could mash in soft pitch and get lost. So try, if you could, go with a tour guide. If not, as he said, keep away from the far points. Try to keep more center. If oil floating on top, don't bathe in that. Right? So, until the next time, Pitch Lake Part 2, best. To big up one of our sponsors, and then Danny's Laundromat from Tobago is our first sponsor. Well, it's technically it's our second sponsor. The next one we can't mention, but we have 2 sponsors. One, Danny's Laundromat in Tobago, 494-4399. You could go and get all your laundry services done. So Danny's Laundromat, big up to you. Thanks again for sponsorship. So until next time, this is Discover Trinidad and Tobago. Peace out.